Dragons of Antiquity. Dragons of the Giants. The most mysterious creatures in the myths of fairy tales and legends. Who were they really? Monsters devouring people of small stature or defenders protecting people from Sumerian invaders. About the Sumerian invaders of the planet, read more in the article on our website and see other films. Dragons. Who they really are in my opinion. Dragons are totemic animals that help the ace, the young giant, to become the creator, as the future god of his personal star system. When the Sumerians semi-humans semi-animals, with the help of their patrons of the gods of power, seized the cradle of the gods, our planet Terra, the dragons, even after the alteration, through the technological splitting of the body and the giant's energy component into a small human model, the dragons by their influence on the energy wave of the brain. They awakened the memory of people about their former greatness and the purpose of their stay on Earth. It was enough to be next to the dragon, and just touching his skin or soft woolen covering, and the man got rid of the imposed forgetting program. Dragons saved man from the processes of death. Dragons strongly interfered with the zombification of people, prevented the imposition of false history and artificially created false artifacts. With the dragons, such disgrace could not be created. People woke up at a time, very quickly and finally, and began to drive the Sumerian creatures away. There was also a mistake in that, it was not necessary to expel them, but to eliminate them on the level of atoms. According to the tales created by the Sumerians and carried on by the people, dragons are scary. These tales are given from childhood, reinforced by colorful paintings of artists, where the very image of the dragon is roughly distorted. Semi-serpent, semi-bat, reptile with crocodile mouth and sharp claws. The false image of the dragon. How does a real dragon look? Your mind has long been aware of this perfectly. Your biofield memory remembers that perfectly. Horse. Many people just like them without any explanation. People are in love with horses. Until now, we are admiring their photos and admiring their rapid running, taking us into the distance of a wonderful past. But blocked by the Sumerians and yet not destroyed until the end. Dragons, as well as people, have also remade with the help of genetic engineering. The horse was made of them. Their armored scales gradually been gene-modified into the skin, first wool, with a strong thick hair, then in a gentle, fragile to the gadfly insects, and created by the Sumerians to the infliction of pain and the spread of infectious diseases. If you tell your horse or a horse, "You are my little dragon," it will be true. Not all horses are malleable to changes even after repeated experiments. They are violent and do not give in to training. Sumerians of these are placed in hard-to-reach places for people, for example an island on which only horses live, and they are able to drink sea salt water. Dragons could not only fly in the Earth's atmosphere, they could be underwater for a very long time. Their distorted image was left in part in fairy tales and in the minds of artists. This is how you already guessed: Pegasus, flying horses. Only dragons were with armor, capable of changing its properties depending on the elements of stay, underwater, or at high temperatures. This image of the dragon is real. I remind you that this is my personal opinion, my personal view of the dragon. With multiple viewing from the polarization of the biofield vision, I saw that in the Kailash mountain lies the dragon and he is alive. Blue dragon. The color scheme is very different for him and varies in different shades, but in a sleepy state. The background color is mostly dark blue with purple overflows with emerald transitions. The Sumerians deliberately placed in the Kailash mountain and sealed it with Russian Slavic ancient runes. They cannot kill him, their gods did not allow this, since to every god knows that by killing a totemic animal of any planet, the whole animal world will perish with it. So they put the young dragon to sleep. Blue dragon young, and in their youth they are asexual and not male or female. The main part of the species is asexual. They did not need to continue their offspring, because they were immortal, like the giants themselves, the ancestors of modern people. Eggs, which are still found together with the bones of huge horses. Together with the fossils in which the dragons were turned. Their first models of horses were born with wings, so experiments stopped with reptiles. The snakes have turned out to be monstrous in size, and they, unlike the petrified dragons and horses, still live peacefully and are fed by people when they are given access to the surface. Horses still save people's lives. In my childhood, with my beautiful elder dad, visited the shepherds in the mountains. And the story I remembered forever about how a shepherd's horse named Algie saved his life when the wolves attacked him. The horse not only carried him from the place of probable death, the horse supporting him on his back, a wounded and exhausted man, fought off 4 wolves, killed them, and only then returned to the yurt. I personally rode this horse on the mountains all day, and the horse took me to beautiful rocky places. We returned to the shepherd's camp at sunset, and I had a sea of wonderful impressions.